I started my extreme one-chunk adventure at the very center of the RuneScape map, taking on every collection log, every skill challenge, and every best in slot along the way. Now I've rolled my first death chunk, and I must overcome the many challenges that await within in order to roll my next chunk. This is 0 degrees, 0 minutes. It's been quite a little while since I last made a video, so I'm going to go over my tasks I still have remaining to complete in order to exit this death chunk. And as well as that, I have made it a year on the chunker, so I'm gonna do a bond giveaway at the end of the video. The tasks I still have to complete are 67 agility to access the Yanil agility dungeon shortcut, 85 cooking for a part wild pie, 28 farming to grow some wild blood hops, 46 fletching to fletch a teak stalk, 99 magic for the magic skill cape, of course, 90 mining for a size 9 shooting star, 50 range for a hunter's crossbow, 40 smithing to smelt a gold bar with superheat, 82 thieving for the Arty Elite Diary to steal from a gnome, best in slot items that I must smith from iron ore drops from guards, as well as the mystic gear that I will buy once I have access to the tower, and a start on the Watchtower quest and a few other Arty Diary tasks. There's a lot to do, so let's get to it. I'm off to a great start. I nearly missed the agility level up, but that does let me head over here to do a chunk task, which, I mean, it's going to give me access to Salaran, which is going to be huge. It's just kind of fantastic because it means I have access to the best magic grind available in my chunk now. And as always, there's bots here. That's gonna be fun to deal with. And down the stairs, climb through this rubble pile, and that is chunk task complete. I've been working on obtaining the bowstrings I'll need for the fletching grind for a while, and as you can see, I haven't had any luck yet. I will check in when I get them, or there they are. I guess that's that. This is not a chunk task, but it is a personal goal that I decided I had, because it will be a call out to the clan, and it's a nice round number. 40 rune crafting without ever doing rune mysteries. And here's the willow shortbow that will be a task as soon as I get 20 range to wield it. Well, I officially started on that thieving grind, as I have a fletching grind to finish up, and so I'm thieving until my health gets kind of low, and then I'm heading back over to the willows to work on rounding off that fletching grind. So I'm making full use of my time as best as I possibly can, and trying to just advance things along. Anytime I get one of these crashed stars from the Star Miner Discord or C1, I should mine it, because otherwise I'm mining about 300,000 copper and tin to get to 90 mining, which is not efficient. I just hit 800 total level on the chunk man. It's kind of a surprise. It's also kind of nuts to think about the fact that by the time I'm done in this chunk, I'm gonna be over 1,000 total level, so that'll be a thing. I should be able to get another chunk task done here. soon as I get my level up. There's 46 fletching, which allows me to make my peak crossbow stock and complete a chunk task. It will also give me access to tick manipulation in the future if I should want. I fletched in total 203,000 arrow shafts for banked fletching XP in the future. And I think I need to take us over to the chunk picker real quick. Hey, real quick, while we're in the chunk picker, let's go ahead and mark off my 67 agility task, which I have completed. My 46 fletching for a teak stock, which is completed. And I believe that is everything I have completed at this time. So, a few people have mentioned that they believe lamping to Piro would be the better way to hit 99 magic. So there are two big disasters should I lamp Piro. And the first one is going to come down to this chunk here at ZMI, where I have copper and tin. So I have a standard fletching method, or not fletching, smithing method, in order to gain smithing XP. There is a rune bar that comes from Implings. I forget which tier of Impling at the moment, but it is there. That I would then require myself to get 99 smithing to smith a rune plate body. So the time that would actually save is a moot point when I then have to use bronze to go to 99 smithing. The other disaster point in there comes down to the fact that the total resources will very likely unlock another grind. There's the nature implanes, which drop a variety of seeds, so on and so forth. That all said, I am not afraid of the Piro grind. 89 Hunter is 89 Hunter. However, I think the best thing, especially because Felda Hills, right here has, if we go to NPCs, Crimson Swift. So I'm only a few rolls away in the future from getting a standard hunter training method anyways that I can start at level 1, along with the fact that the hunter skill cape is right here. So I just don't think it's worth it for me to force the issue and do it early. But who knows? We'll see how I feel when I'm 500,000 wizards in. There's 38 cooking, which means I can now churn butter for my potatoes that I'm eventually going to turn into potatoes with cheese. It'll be a big progress on my cooking. Whenever my hit points gets low from thieving, I'm gonna come over here and churn some butter after I gather some milk, because it's a good amount of time to churn the butter anyways, so it just is a natural way to recover health without using my little bit of food I have at the moment, while also progressing that cooking grind. Finally, the last butter is done, which lets me go over here, bank them, grab a new set of buckets, and do it all over again until I'm back full. Then I go back to thieving and repeat for however long it takes me to get 1,000 butter set aside for potatoes. This milk turning into butter is incredibly important. If ever it finishes, there's 48 cooking. I can now churn cheese, which means I can fully make potatoes with cheese. I'm gonna make the same amount of cheese as I have butter here, and turn all those to potatoes with cheese, and then decide what I'm doing from there with the rest of my cooking grind. There's a couple other chunkers in this chunk. Chunk Hobo is here, and so is Tower of Blue, who I know has a channel. I'm not sure if Chunk Hobo does, but we're all stuck in the same chunk right now. This pickpocket officially puts me at only needing to pickpocket this man 50,000 more times to get to my first breakpoint where I can pickpocket something else for thieving at 65. So 50,000 to go. That's already 6,179. So yeah, that's a lot. And for loot tracker purposes, 6,179 men pickpocketed. Skill calculator from 1 to 65, 56,179. So yeah, that's progress. Here's your video's dose of raking content, as I can always try and provide. There's 21 farming, which means I'm approximately halfway to the 28 I need. Only a couple thousand more rakes to go. You've heard of raking content? How about milking content? Okay, yeah, that's a bad joke, but I figured I might as well. I have my first 2,500 cheese. I'm gonna go back to butter when I'm working on the cooking to let my health regen from the thieving grind until I have 2,500 butter. And then from there, I'll have to go back to getting potatoes and shopscape until I have 2,500 potatoes. And at the same time, I'll continue to do apple pies. See where that gets me on my total cooking grind, mostly because I don't want to do butter and cheese. I think it's like over 20,000 times to do it just with those. So making the apple pies while I shopscape baked potatoes will drastically reduce the total number I need. But I still got a long ways to go on thieving, so it's not like it really matters at this point. I guess this churn of butter is the first significant milestone in the cooking grind. I'm now 60 cooking, only 25 levels to go. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done anything. I don't remember if I recorded this, but when I'm recovering health from thieving, I am taking, and I'm coming over here because I need potatoes for my cheesy potatoes, but there's also apple pies I can make here, which will reduce the total number of cheesy potatoes I'm gonna have to make. So I'm quickly doing this, and then I'll hop worlds again so I can buy another 5 potatoes, set up another 2 apple pies, and then I go and cook them all, run them to the bank, and that gets me a little bit of health back as I'm doing this, so I can go back to thieving with full health to work on that grind. It's all a giant cycle process. I could speed up the thieving if I used some of the food I'm making in order to heal while I'm thieving, but right now I feel like this is maybe slightly more efficient because I'm gonna have to do this anyways. Yeah, I could just go all in on this, but there is hop limit and everything if I hop too much, so I'm just taking advantage of the situation as it is right now. Alright. I've had the work stuff going on that has kept me from playing much in the last little while. Needless to say, I'm a few days out from sailing at this point. If my work slows down, my plan is to hard swap my maxing account to sailing, and then while I was hoping to be able to start grinding on this hard, I really want to enjoy the hype of sailing. And new scale does not come very often to RuneScape. So with that in mind, I'm going to take advantage of that time frame where I hard swap to it and get into it for a little while and focus on two things. One, I'm going to mine stars when I get a chance. I'll use the Star Miners Discord and their plugin to note when a star is available to me. The other thing I'm going to do is I still have a ton of buckets of milk to turn into cheese, turn into butter for cheesy potatoes. So that's my plan. I'm going to focus on both of those things during a hard swap as long as my work allows, as much as possible, with the thought of either one of two things happens. One, I hit a point in sailing where I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied and I'll go back to grinding on the chunk man hard. At which point I'm going to hard commit to finishing thieving. Or the other option will be the end of the year happens, and during the new year, I'm going to hard commit to thieving. Either way, I have a time frame to finish the thieving, or start on finishing the thieving grind. Otherwise, we'll see where I wind up on the cooking and the mining over progressing my sailing skill on the primary main account. Let me just come over here and do a quick break. We get a very important level for multiple reasons. 27 farming, 1 level to go. This is also total level of 900 on the chunk man. Well, here's some raking content. I just finished 99 sailing on the other account, and all the AFK time on stars and turning milk into butter and cheese over that time got me to 60 mining and also 70 cooking. But now that I've finished the sailing, it's time to buckle down and finish this thieving grind so I can start on the truly daunting task of the chunk. All right, for the bond giveaway, all you've got to do to enter is subscribe to the channel, comment your RuneScape name, and tell me which chunk in the game you think is the worst death chunk someone can roll in what situation. That's it. My plan will be to check on the winner as soon as January starts. So you could be winning a bond at the start of the new year to kick things off. All music used in the video is from loyaltyfreakmusic.com.